We're heading out of the remote countryside for a couple of weeks, and we'll be visiting my wife's family on the Japanese mainland. Because we're taking our puppy Rufy with, and just to change things up a little, we'll be driving up this time. Welcome to our channel. I'm Stephen. Good weather and a calm ocean helps, as living on one of Japan's southern islands, the first leg of our journey involves catching a ferry to the mainland. We've never used a ferry during the summer holiday period, and it was quite busy. Oh, you're going to crash out tonight, boy, in that car. You'll be mentally drained. The boat ride from our island to the southern tip of the Japanese mainland takes 3.5 hours. Bye-bye remote island for a while. And after a few hours, here we are approaching the southern port and city of Kagoshima. Rufy was pretty chilled on his first boat ride. Kagoshima is also home to the very active Sakurajima volcano. We'll be doing our first overnight road trip of around 1,000 kilometers.
I have a dream, I hope they'll come true.
Forgotten what traffic's like living on a sparsely populated remote island. An exciting start to our road trip, with some pretty violent lightning and heavy rain in the evening. It happens more often in summer after these long, hot and humid days. Yumi and I shared the driving through the night, with plenty of stops to freshen up and stretch our legs. Not doing a long drive through the night before, we were amazed by the amount of truckers on the road. And after a smooth night's journey, morning arrived, and we'd reached our destination in Nara prefecture. After enjoying a few days at my wife Yumi's family home, we headed up to her grandparents' house in the mountainous area of Yoshino in Southern Nara. It's a place we always enjoy spending time at whenever we're up this way. Yumi's grandparents passed away some time ago, but the house is still well maintained by her father and other family members. We actually enjoy spending a night or two at Yumi's grandparents' house. The futons don't get that much use, so we took advantage of the great weather and spread them out under the warm sun for a few hours. We're actually up visiting our family during the Obon period in Japan. It's not an official national holiday, but many people take some time off to return to their home areas during Obon, and often participate in ceremonies which commemorate and remember deceased ancestors whose spirits are believed to temporarily return to this world in order to visit their relatives during this time. We also visited my wife Yumi's family gravesite, which is just a short walk up the mountainside from her grandparents' home. From there, the spirits of all her relatives can still see the village where they all lived. Yumi enjoys and tries to live her life in general with kindness and in a way which would make her ancestors proud. And let's not forget about Rufy the dog. He's had lots of new experiences and houses to get used to during his first trip. But he's a pretty chill dude, and soon finds a spot wherever he is to relax. Homemade pizza for lunch, so we'll chop up some firewood. Mia decided to have her first go at it. Well supervised, of course. Be careful with that axe, darling. My father-in-law built the pizza oven himself some years ago. He actually made the internal frame using an old family iron bath, which he reckons dates back over 100 years, and completed the dome-shaped structure using bricks and mortar on the outside. So the old family bath has a new life now as our pizza oven. I'm not sure why, but a few years ago now, I sort of took over the duties cooking pizza for the family here. Strange, because I've never been much of a cook inside the house or out, and didn't really even know how to start fires properly. It was tricky in the beginning. I would often battle to get the heat right and the fire in the correct place, which would result in burnt or underdone pizza. Couldn't have been that tasty for the family, I'm sure. But, like most things in life, time, experience, and learning from mistakes turned me into a now much improved pizza making man. Nice. Yeah, getting better. Crispy but not burnt. Yeah.
Daddy, your pancake is really nice.
This time they seem to be a real hit. Maybe my best ones ever. Enjoyed by everyone. We took a little drive to the new Kawakami shrine in the Yoshino area. There's a sacred tree there which is over 1,000 years old. Mia soaking up the natural energy from this amazing and still healthy living tree while making her wishes. You can also collect fresh water, which we enjoy doing sometimes, from a well fed by rainwater from a mountainous area behind the shrine. Mia and her aunt also purchased a ryudama clay ball each. The idea is to send your wishes into the ball and then throw it into a waterfall located a short distance away from the shrine. Some folks believe this sacred waterfall is where a dragon lives. We've been here a few times before, and it's always been nice and quiet. This time during the summer holidays it was much busier. We were planning to spend some time at a certain spot, which is also considered sacred because it's where 3 rivers join. But it was just a bit hectic, and the holiday vibe was totally different. Even music blaring out from the riverbank gatherings, which sadly drowned out the sounds of nature around here. Anyway, we arrived back at Yumi's grandparents' house to a stunning evening. Took Rufi out for a walk after harvesting some vegetables from my father-in-law's small farm. Being in the mountainous countryside is a little different to our remote island surrounded by ocean. We enjoyed a tasty dinner using the Irori indoor cooking table. A great couple of days with family in a different countryside setting. See you next time.